Good morning, land of YouTube. Donnie Cosmic here on my morning walk. I'm really excited about all the fog and feeling like I'm in a cold mist humidifier. Isn't the earth wonderful? We get to experience so many different things, weather-wise, climate change, all kinds of cool stuff. We get to experience it. I'm so grateful for that. To be able to walk around and actually, feel the moisture hit my face. The dew. It's not big enough to get in my mouth to where, actually feel it hit my tongue. I probably could. Nope. My nose is more sensitive, so that's where I'm feeling the dew hit me. Is right around my eyebrows and my nose. And it's picking up each little droplet as it collides with my face. Oh, I guess I could easily run out of new energy drink topics for like energy drink madness. But I'm back with those Healthy Warrior ones from Costco. I see it as a good deal. These ones are pretty good. The orange one almost tastes like a multivitamin. I think Flintstones chewable vitamins whenever I drink it. And it just, the orange ones were probably my favorite back in the day when I was little. And that's what I think every time I take a sip. And that's okay. I mean, I guess the more like a multivitamin it tastes, the more healthy it is for you. Along with that, health-wise, I take amino acids in the morning. And occasionally vitamin C. There's a weird thing with me. When I used to take like a daily multivitamin or something like that, it would actually make me sick 2 to 3 days later. Like I would get a cold. So I have a really good natural immune system that doesn't really need to be boosted by external stuff. Probably because I eat a lot of crazy shit. So I get all the stuff from the earth for the most part. I eat a lot of wild, readily available things, even if it's on the side of the trail. Weeds and stuff that are edible, I've studied to eat. So I probably get a lot of good stuff naturally from the earth that is meant to boost my immune system to where, I'm not really sick. But occasionally I do get sick. I'm human. Even though sometimes I don't think like one. I just thought of some intellectual property. Now, I haven't physically gone out and got a copyright on some of my ideas and concepts for the filming industry, but I just have a really funny thing it's like I get a good idea and I don't want to let it go to waste, so I'll put it in a video. At least if it's in my video and it's documented, somebody could try to fudge some numbers and say, oh yeah, we had this thought, we thought of it before, whatever. I just want to know how many people have looked at Earth and thought of the experience here on Earth, like Jurassic Park, but in a different respect. So I'm not going to fill in the blanks there. And this stems to a friend of mine calling me a nickname. So it's Goofy. And if my friend Jessica sees this video, she'll know what I'm talking about. But until I physically copyright a title, I'm not going to blow it with the main bulletin points that could be elaborated on. It's so goofy because of the way I'm thinking and what I'm creating in my mind as a vision for the silver screen. I have very big ideas for the screen, and that doesn't mean that, other people don't. I see stuff, but I don't really see super original stuff. There's occasionally that nowadays, really unique, super original things that do pop up. But for the most part, if you look in the background, it was just like remake of this, remake of that. The filming industry needs new blood. I promise that I am grand with my imagination and my big visions that I have. Once they, what happens is I have a thought, or I connect the dots with something, and then I have this whole the whole movie plays out real quick. That's what I see visually and physically. Like, my imagination is so strong, and with my photographic memory, that I have the whole thing play out, and then I can write it down. Or I can just verbalize it and get it out that way. Odds are, if it's really tasty enough, somebody else could write it down, and then they're like, hey, I just made $1 million or more. Period. It's actually a lot. I mean, if I just think about something like 3 to 5% of $500 million, it's quite a bit of money. It's just it's a pretty good chunk of change, and I guess that's worth a lot. And there's a lot of people. I guess you could look at things in a disdainful point of view and say there's a lot of people that are willing to do anything to get that kind of money or power. And then I also look at the fact that shit doesn't really exist, because there's a lot of people that have that kind of money and power. So there's the have and there's the have-nots. And I don't really see any harm in having, if I'm in that role. I do see a really big vision for myself of what I would consider as a pillar of society. And my model will be to give back 3/4 of whatever I have as a profit back to my community, to improve, direct resources for youth, and retraining of youth in a healthy manner, to where we have a brighter future due to, basically children. So it's like, I want to attack society in a way like Mr. Rogers, and some more programming like that on TV. I would like to, first off, get into the parents' heads enough to retrain them to where we get that kind of effect, to where they're passing on the fucking information to the kids. Yeah, I see it as such an immediate need for society and humanity, especially in this area, my little area. And then it spirals out from here, because it's kind of like the same thing in a different wrapper everywhere you go. We all need it. For Christ's sakes, COVID, or the anagram that I like to regurgitate somewhat, creating our vision in destruction. COVID. That was something very powerful for a reason. Everybody thought they had community with this phone in their head. Right here, this interface was making everybody so superficial, so hyper-connected, that they felt like they knew everything about everyone around them and their life, especially if they were only family and friends on Facebook. That disconnect caused something of really epic proportional stupidity. I like to say that people would be like, oh, well, I'm unfriending you because you don't agree with me. Okay, so hold on. We can't be friends and have a disagreement? Fine, unfriend me, stupid. That mess had to go. So, in reality, everybody was here or out there going to work. They're in their heads. They're not really actively participating in what it would be to be communal without their goddamn phone. So, everybody's like a little cyborg in a digital world. Hence the name Metaverse, and Facebook comes out with that. So everybody's living in this fucking metaverse perverted world inverse from actuality. So they're not really out in reality as much as they should be. I mean, I'm not saying that there weren't people actually going and, participating in community. But for the most part, it was the wrong kind of spin on things. People weren't really being human anymore. They lost their touch of humanity. So COVID creates the need for community by removing the free will, they say, and control into you can't go out and do anything. You have to stay home. And it's fear-based, right? So if it's not just directly doing what you're told, it's big time fear-based. You're going to die. Trust me, if you don't do this, you're going to die. Ooh, fear-based tactics. They work really good, people. So with the absence of being able to go out and be a part of society in a physical manner during COVID, we have now at the end of it, or tapering off towards the end of it, a resurgence. It's like everybody's actually putting their phones down and enjoying life. The part of life that I see, being out in the community and taking part in community activities and groups and, being a front runner in this, I say that it will catch on like wildfire to certain individuals. Otherwise, there's those that are going to stay the same no matter what. People that don't want to grow or are unwilling to change or just going to follow along and do everything that they're fucking told to do. That's unfortunate. There are those unfortunates in life. I got to look my head the other way. I got to go, well, when I run into you, I can give you a tip or a word from the wise. And that's about it. I can't really do anything to affect people that don't want to be affected to an effect. Woohoo. Okay, well, I love you all. I'm going to try to make this video brief so I can put it on and have it go on. Maybe I will stop it at 15 minutes, which is in about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And then I will be able to enjoy this weather more. And the one thing I'm finding lately that I enjoy the most is intelligent conversation with like-minded individuals. I vibrate into that path. And the deeper I go, the deeper it gets. It's like diving deep into consciousness. And some don't want to even go in the water. And some go in and they panic and they swim right back up. I'm stuck on dive, period. I just want to keep diving. I don't care about breathing. I learned how to breathe water a long time ago. That movie everybody watched where we breathe that oxygenated liquid, hyper-oxygenated liquid. And then we think about, oh wait, weren't we really in our mother's womb getting everything we needed from an umbilical cord? And we had liquid all throughout our body, kind of. Our lungs weren't even, we had a little flap to close off. That's how you can be born in water. You got an instinctual little flapper that closes off to where you don't breathe water. Well, my baby, I think me and my kid, we both, failed in that department, I think, some. Because, oh shit, for shits and giggles, we went to try this with our daughter when she was little, and she ended up drinking a little bit of water, and it was scary. It scared the shit out of both of us. Both of us as her parents, and yeah, my baby drank a little bit of water. Oh goodness, we were just trying to do a little dunk. Oh, they teach kids how to swim too as infants. If you haven't seen that, look it up. It's kind of cool. Basically, you just throw the kid in the pool, and that instinctual flap goes and takes over, And then kids will actually learn how to roll over like a little turtle, basically, and float on their back at a very tiny stage in their development. And it's because it's part of nature, kind of. It's that we're part of nature, that we're evolving, and we're evolving from everything. I have a silly interruption trying to stop my video right at the 15 mark. Somebody was calling in, and I said I was going to end the video here. So maybe I'll just keep it brief and to the point. Earth, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the USS Donny Enterprise. I love you all. Stay up, stay light, stay love, and go outside and love someone.